the hidden tax on your life. Laziness is more expensive than any luxury you'll ever buy. Every hour you waste isn't just lost time, it's stolen life energy you'll never get back. The real cost of procrastination isn't the task you avoid, it's the compounding opportunities you quietly throw away. While you're stuck in, "I'll start tomorrow," someone else is building a skill, a business, a legacy. Today we're exposing the invisible tax that laziness charges and how to stop paying it. 20 ways laziness taxes your life energy. Rapid fire. The compounding interest of delay. Procrastination works like credit card debt. Interest piles up while you stand still. A single year of hesitation on learning a high-income skill can mean a decade of lower earnings. Put off starting an investment? You lose not only the first year's gains, but the exponential growth of every year that follows. The cruel part? You never see the bill arrive. You simply wake up 5 years later wondering why you're behind. The energy leak you don't notice. It's not just time you lose, it's mental bandwidth. Every undone task becomes a silent energy leak, creating low-grade stress that clogs creativity and focus. You feel tired before you even start, and by bedtime, the guilt is heavier than any workload. Laziness drains life energy long before it drains your calendar. The dopamine trap. Scrolling, binge-watching, endless notifications, each gives you a cheap dopamine spike. Your brain rewires to chase micro-rewards instead of long-term payoff. The more you feed it, the more boring real progress feels. Laziness becomes a self-reinforcing loop. Easy pleasure now, emptiness later. The opportunity cost in real dollars. Procrastination isn't just psychological, it's financial sabotage. Delay a side hustle for a single year, and you don't just miss 12 months of income. You miss the compounding returns of every future year that side hustle could have scaled. Waiting to invest even 5 years can mean hundreds of thousands lost by retirement. Laziness quietly robs your future self. Identity erosion. Each time you put something off, you're voting for the person who doesn't follow through. Over time, that vote becomes your identity. You start saying, "I'm just not disciplined," and life mirrors it back. Fewer opportunities, less trust, smaller dreams. The cost isn't the unfinished task, it's the self you never become. The domino effect on relationships. When you consistently delay, other people stop relying on you. Missed deadlines, forgotten promises, late replies, they chip away at trust. Colleagues stop offering projects. Friends stop inviting you to collaborate. Partners stop believing in your plans. Laziness quietly shrinks your network, and with it, your opportunities. Health is the first casualty. Skip workouts, delay doctor visits, put off better eating. Your body keeps score, quietly at first, and then all at once. Each day of "I'll start Monday" hardens into habits that raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, and drain your energy long before you notice the damage. Procrastination in self-care doesn't just shave years off your lifespan, it erodes the quality of the years you keep. Money lost can be earned back, but a decade of neglected health is a debt you can't repay, no matter how wealthy you become. Time debt you can't repay. Unlike financial debt, you can't refinance time. Every day spent in avoidance is permanently gone. You can work extra hours to earn back lost cash, but you cannot work extra years to reclaim lost life energy. Tomorrow is never a guaranteed extension. Breaking the cycle. Start small. The 5-minute rule. Commit to work for just 5 minutes. Momentum will carry you. Redesign your environment. Remove distractions. Add visible cues to act. Create public accountability. Tell someone your deadline. And reset your brain. Schedule boredom, periods with no quick dopamine so focus feels natural again. Paralysis by perfection. Waiting for the perfect plan feels like preparation, but it's really an elegant disguise for fear. Every hour spent tweaking and second-guessing is an hour you could have spent building, learning, and adjusting in real time. Perfectionism freezes momentum. Progress only happens when you're willing to launch something imperfect and refine it on the move. The creativity drain. Ideas are like sparks. They fade if you don't catch them. The longer you wait to act, the more that initial flash of excitement dulls, until the concept that once lit up your mind feels flat or obvious. Laziness doesn't just waste time, it erodes inspiration itself, robbing you of the art or innovation that only exists in the heat of the moment. Confidence decay. Every promise you break to yourself is a tiny vote for self-doubt. Over weeks and months, those broken commitments accumulate like rust, eating away at your belief that you can follow through on anything. Eventually, the hardest part of any project isn't the work, it's convincing yourself you're capable of starting. The habit of hesitation. Laziness rarely shows up as a single dramatic choice. It creeps in as a pattern. Each time you delay, you strengthen the neural pathways of avoidance until hesitation becomes automatic. What starts as a one-off excuse becomes a default reflex, making every future decision feel heavier and harder. Momentum loss action generates its own energy. Inaction kills it. Like a freight train at rest, a life stalled by delay requires 10 times more effort to get moving again. The longer you sit still, the more friction builds, and the harder it becomes to recover the speed and drive you once had. Emotional clutter. Unfinished tasks create a constant mental buzz, an invisible background noise of guilt and anxiety that never fully shuts off. Even when you try to relax, part of your mind keeps circling the things you've avoided. That low-level tension drains joy from downtime and leaves you restless when you should feel at peace. Reputation risk. People notice patterns. Consistent procrastination quietly brands you as unreliable, even if your intentions are good. Opportunities dry up not from anger, but from a simple calculation. Others stop betting on someone who rarely delivers. Doors close without a sound, and by the time you realize it, the network you counted on has already moved on. Learning curve lag. Every month you postpone learning a skill is a month competitors move further ahead. Knowledge compounds just like money. Those who start early build expertise that becomes harder and harder to catch. The longer you wait, the steeper the climb, and the more energy it takes to close the gap. Compromised opportunities for luck. Serendipity favors the visible. The more often you show up, at events, in projects, in conversations, the more chance encounters can change your life. Stay idle and you simply aren't there when opportunity knocks. Laziness doesn't just waste time. It quietly lowers the odds of the lucky breaks you can't plan for. Shortened horizon of dreams. Delay long enough and even your imagination starts to shrink. Goals that once felt thrilling turn into maybe someday wishes, then fade into afterthoughts. When you stop taking steps toward a dream, your mind protects you from disappointment by quietly lowering your sights until you no longer believe big things are possible. Burnout from last-minute sprints. Procrastination rarely means you avoid the work forever. It means you do it in panic mode. Tasks that could have been paced sensibly become all-night marathons filled with stress spikes and sloppy results. The quality drops, your health suffers, and the relationships around you absorb the fallout of your frantic catch-up. Bonus: the silent tax of regret. If you made it this far, here's the hidden cost almost no one talks about: regret. Laziness doesn't just take your time, money, health, or opportunities. It leaves you with a debt that echoes in your memory. 10 years from now, the projects you never started, the skills you never learned, and the dreams you quietly buried will weigh heavier than any failure could have. Regret is the final, most expensive tax of all, because you only realize the bill when it's too late to pay it back. Stop paying the tax. Laziness isn't free. It charges compound interest on your dreams. Pick one thing you've delayed and do it before the day ends. That single action is the first payment toward reclaiming your life energy. The The price of procrastination grows every hour. Start buying your freedom back now.